Trump says he wants to eliminate taxes, and Scott Bessent says, the Treasury Secretary, that 2026 is the feast. Now, those two statements are extremely important. Number one is Trump said this 9 years ago. Number two, the word feast is really important that Scott Bessent used. So he said 2025 was setting the stage. 2026 is the feast. Trump said 9 years ago he's going to eliminate taxes, and now he's saying the same narrative again. So what we need to understand is how to navigate this. You don't need the next best crypto, the next best investment. You need to understand the word feast, famine. Over 200 years, there's been 30 massive market collapses. You need a system, not the next best crypto, not the hype, not the hopium, a system. Because just like Scott Bessent said, they set the stage for the feast. You need to understand economic cycles. Now remember, before 1913, we used to tariff other countries. Then after 1913, going into 1915, the 16th Amendment, making income tax constitutional, was designed to tax the wealthy, but it bled down into the middle class and the working class. And so since 1913, the Federal Reserve, which is a federal nor reserve, has collapsed our dollars 96 to 97%. We stopped tariffing other countries and started taxing our own people, which put us into a monetary debt enslavement system. So now Trump is stating he's going to eliminate taxes. He said that 9 years ago. I wouldn't bank on any of this stuff. I would prepare. Don't wait for saviors. He's bringing in Reaganomics on steroids, which is deregulation, public and private sector coming together. These are all your hints of what to invest in. The middle class, working class getting more money in their pockets. But here's the biggest issue I've been teaching. It doesn't matter how much money you put in people's pockets. Jim Rohn said it the best. You give $1 million to every person in society, it ends up right back in the same 1%'s hand. We don't need stimulus checks. We need financial literacy. You need to understand how inflation works. You need to understand what happens when the feds just turn the printing machine back on, that your dollar becomes worthless. You're working your ass off. You're become poor every single year without doing anything. You're never going to catch up unless you learn how to create a system. You got to learn how to create cash flow. If they eliminate taxes or put more money in your pocket and they start giving you stimulus checks, you better learn how to invest because your dollar is worthless. If they lower taxes and they lower interest rates and they print a shitload of money, you actually become poor because the dollar they're giving you becomes worth less and they're taking the printed money and investing in assets. It's not by chance that Trump Media is climbing up in the top 10 in Bitcoin treasuries. It's not by chance that American Bitcoin, Eric Trump, is one of the fastest growing Bitcoin treasuries. It's not by chance that Strategy B is the #1 Bitcoin treasury and BlackRock is the #3 holder in their Bitcoin treasury company, Strategy B, and BlackRock is the #1 holder in Bitcoin. Now, I'm not saying you have to invest in crypto. What I'm saying is you have to learn how to beat inflation. What assets will beat the devaluation of your currency? Why do you think gold and